story. The story takes place in 1983 in a small town called Hawkins. Here there is a government-run secret lab, built in a remote place, surrounded by barbed wire fences, hidden deep within the forest. Because the story's timeline and its core setup are closely tied to the Cold War situation, this laboratory is full of unknown conspiracies. The story begins with a researcher in a white coat running for his life. The hallway lights keep flickering, as if something terrifying is chasing him. He rushes into the elevator in panic, and the sound of pursuit seems to fade. Just when he thought he was safe, a monster's hissing comes from above the elevator. He looks up in horror and is instantly dragged upward by the creature. The elevator closes. Given how it happened, this poor guy is surely dead. Next, the scene cuts to a large house in Hawkins. Inside, 4 boys are playing Dungeons and Dragons in the basement. They are Will, Mike, Lucas, and Dustin. In the game, they face the dreaded Demogorgon. And it's Will's turn to make a move. He needs to roll a 13 and cast a fireball to win the battle. The game reaches its most critical moment. Will nervously rolls the dice onto the floor, but Mike's mom comes in after hearing the noise. She tells the kids it's late and they need to go home. The game is cut short, and the kids have no choice but to leave. As they part ways at Mike's house, Will tells Mike the truth. He only rolled a 6. So the Demogorgon caught him. Finally, Will rides off on his bike. Mike's house lights flicker twice. 3 boys ride their bikes home together, but Will's house is the farthest. After saying goodbye to his friends, he passes by the Hawkins lab. But tonight, the lab is unusual. The light on Will's bike flickers, and a dark, human-like figure suddenly appears. Will panics, falls off his bike and into the woods. He ditches the bike and runs home. But when he arrives, his mom and brother aren't there, and the shadow has followed him. He quickly calls his mom, but only hears static. The phone won't work. The shadow reaches the front door. Will rushes to the shed and grabs a shotgun, loads it in fear, and aims at the door, waiting for the monster to come in. But the monster takes another route and appears silently behind him. Hearing its breathing, Will turns around and freezes in terror. The shed's light grows brighter, and when it returns to normal, Will is gone.